Super aga eh, no?
Pero masasanay ka sarap din. Kasi mas fresh eh. Ilan ang ano? Nabuwan na. Yeah, halos sakal sila ng 6:45 na dito.
Hindi pa rin. Ayun na nga, wala nang stand doon. Kita mo yan, tolo. Wala nang stand. Ilang ko na lang. Saan ka ba, Mike? Anong gagawin mo? Ayan. Kalaban tayo tonight.
Good luck, good luck. First game kayo, pare, ha?
Ayun.
Isa pa.
Hindi, si pare. Ito sila na yun. Ito nga. Pag dumating si Ruel, sa akin naman nga. Hindi ko makita eh. Pare-pareho na tayo. Hindi, kukuha ko ng magandang take. Hindi ito. Puta. Text time din to eh, no? Pero dalawang ano lang.
Mga ilang attempt na yan, puta, ano?
Dalawang taas lang ako. Ibig sabihin,
Wala kang ano, yung mga done.
hindi ka kasi sa coach na yun, yung pay tune. Ano?
Pero umaandar naman yung elevator.
Umaandar na yung elevator.
You didn't bring the stand this time, right?
Yeah, I just hang it. Found a way. I'm like, you know what? We gotta do this.
Are you using tape or just the chain?
It's a chain, and then there's like a hook at the back.
Way to use physics.
Saan yung mic natin?
Low sound check. Hello, sound check. Ang init na yan.
Kaya nga hindi na ako
Gragi! Pag umiikat, patak yan, pre. Tulo yan.
Parang hindi na ano, di ba?
Ayun oh. Ayan na ang jersey.
Wala pa. Same thing, pare. Wala pa rin referee eh.
Wala, sir. Wala.
Ano Mike? Kalaro tayo?
Eight na.
Kanya-kanya na lang daw tawag.
Oh, honest muna daw. Wala pa referee eh. Honest muna. Honest call. Wala pa yung referee. Alan, jersey. Oh, yan na. Meron na tayong announcer. Yes!
Ayan! Ikaw, gusto mo dito?
Ah, hindi. Ako yung magkakamera. Ayan na, si Rob. Ayos.
Yun o.
Grab the mic, right?
Pero sumali ka sa liga.
Pero mag-commentator na, maglalaro din ako. Dalawa. Pag game ko, hindi ako magsasalta. Wala pang referee. Sakto. Ano ba ang laban ngayon? Masulat yung name. Lakers ulit. West Hills, babawi yung West Hills eh.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Okay. Sino ang ating operator? Kundi.
Pero naman papel para malista natin yung lineup.
Thank you.
Papel daw pa. Tsaka
Diyan ka na?
Oh,
Sige. Hindi, si Jeff na lang paanohin natin dito.
paano dito?
may ballpen ka?
Ballpen?
Ballpen tsaka papel na lang. Sir.
Sali referee.
Wala traffic pa. Papel, ang may extra papel ka ba? Ito na. Si Jun ba pupunta? May laban sila, Lakers. Ano ba?
I think pagkarinig ko lang. I'm not sure.
Napagbaliktad ko yung, pinanood ko yung napagbaliktad ko yung West Hills tsaka Granada Hills eh. West Hills tsaka sino yung kalaban? Sherman Oaks.
Ano, honest muna? Honest muna. Kasi sayang ang oras eh. Ha?
Lesbian?
Wala eh.
Lesbianes yan ha? Ano yung lesbian?
Wala pa referee eh.
Tawagan ko si Jeff.
Wala magre-referee.
Kanya-kanyang
Alam
tawag.
mo yung pita mo?
Kanya-kanyang tawag.
Live na tayo yun ha. Live na tayo kanina pa. Live ko na para So Earl, alam mo na naman to, right? So, para maganda yung gano'n mo lang. Tapos, kasi kapag hindi mo ginamit to,
Oo, kailangan to.
hindi yung audio niya,
Oo.
hindi masyadong malakas.
Sige, mas bago. Si Bumps Bilyones ang last name, di ba?
Hintay lang tayo guys ha. Ang referee, it's 8:06, 8:05. We'll give them 5 more minutes. Sino ba pwedeng tumawag muna dyan? Mag-referee muna kayo. Meron ba kayong pito dyan? Oo. Okay, i-message daw ni ni Commissioner Jungo,
So si
si,
pare.
ano, si Coach.
Check, sound check. Ilan ba viewers natin? Meron na tayong 2 viewers, mga dre. So, intay-intay lang bago dumating ang ating referee. Ayan na ang ating referees. So, may minutes ba to warm up or start na kagad? Sound check. Ref, what's up? No worries. You good, Ref? What's your name, Ref? Trevor. What's your last name? Bowens. Like Bruce Bowen, something. Yeah, with the S. Okay, Bruce Bowen. Trevor Bowen. Ludwig Van. Yeah. Uh huh. Are you gonna be alone today, or it should be two? Okay, yeah. So that the time, because we're lacking time. So please share our YouTube broadcast. All right. Before we officially start. Sa video ikaw ba? Sino ba kasama ko dito sa video? Ayun si Kuya Mike Chua. Basta, parin bumps. All right, we are starting our game. So for now, isa lang muna daw, pero parating na daw. All right, welcome. We start the broadcast. All right, let's start this tip-off. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pinoy Ballers SFV All Valley Cup. For our first game today, we have the Sherman Oaks Wolves going up against West Hills Lakers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, the one and only Ludwig Van, Magic Man. I hope that you are watching us live on YouTube, Pinoy Ballers SFV. And let's recap both teams. West Hills Lakers 0-1 in their standings, while Sherman Oaks playing their first game here in this tournament. West Hills Lakers was led by Mark Villaseran. Let's see if he can duplicate that performance as we go straight into action. For the Sherman Oaks Wolves, they'll be playing with Alan Poe. Sanchez, Abdin Bigdoli at the center. Villaseran looking against 3 defenders. He pulls out, decides to attack, and short stab jumper by Mark Villaseran. Mark Villaseran starting off hot here in the early goings of the first half, but he needs his supporting cast. Abdin Bigdoli challenging the defense, slashing his way. He misses. That was too strong. Sebastian. Alan Poe finds himself open from the elbow, and he makes it as he scores. We are tied 2 apiece. 8 minutes and 30. Remember, this is 10 minutes of 4 quarters here in our first game. They go at the post. Plana against the double team. Kicks it out to Lacre. Lacre tightly guarded here. They swing that ball around. Toledo. Plana. Jumper from the left side. He misses. Alan Poe drop pass. And in and out for Team Alcances. Almost losing the handle, but they were able to recover it. They will use the half-court set. Lacre Engaging his defender. Surveying the floor. Toledo. Lacre pulls the trigger. And it hits the back rim. Transition offense. Alan Poe with the hand on his face. And Alan Poe, all 4 points coming from Alan Poe. Alan Poe, all points all coming from him. So that's his strength. He starts off aggressively, but he needs to sustain that until the last quarter. So let's see if he can do so to help his team. Geronimo, high at the post, using that 1-3-1 offense. Looking for his options. Toledo sees no opening. They try baseline. Villaseran, and Villaseran, it's going to be an interesting matchup between Villaseran against Alan Poe. It's going to be head to head. Well, both guys can score inside outside, so let's see if he can make a difference here. Villaseran trying to save it, but it goes to the other side. Wide open is Sanchez. It bounces off, and ball will remain with the West Hills Lakers, or rather with the Sherman Oaks Wolves. So make sure to follow, subscribe our YouTube page, Pinoy Ballers SFV, for more basketball actions as we continue back straight into the action. Villaseran will be manning the point guard duties as the defense trying to pick him up high. Lacre sees no opening. Geronimo using his height advantage against Alcances as Geronimo bruising his way inside the paint. Well, that is something that if you see the smaller defender on you, you need to exploit and capitalize. Big Dolly. Alcances. Baseline. Reverse. Too strong for Garcia. Paulo Garcia. Well, the defense doing a good job there, challenging and extending that arms. Lacre kicks it out to Villaseran. Villaseran on the move, using his wave, and that's Sanchez. Alan Poe, 6 points for Alan Poe as he soars in the sky for that layup as he scores. Alan Poe starting off strong here, carrying most of the load of his team. Well, actually, he has been the only scorer here in the first quarter. Alan Poe leading the charge. Stops and pops for Alan Poe. It bounces off, gets his own miss. And Sanchez finally makes it for the Wolves as they gain the lead 8-6. 4 minutes and 40 here in the first quarter. Villaseran directing traffic, strategizing. Geronimo looking for some room to operate. Toledo, they go inside. Plana unable to catch it. Miscommunication between Big Dolly and Sanchez as it goes out of bounds. Substitution as Billones in the ball game. This is the first game for Billones as he was absent the first time West Hills Lakers played in their opening game. But let's see if he can make a difference here. This guy is a shooter. He can spot up and he can also have those moves. Cross court. Drop pass. And Plana. And one for Plana as he muscles his way in the paint for Dave Plana. Dave Plana will shoot for the bonus free throw as they try to take back the lead. You are watching Pinoy Ballers SFB on YouTube. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and of course, hit the like button for the algorithm as the Lakers regain the lead. Alan Poe again, making 8 points for Alan Poe. Well, he can make double digit here in the first quarter as it was way off the mark for Villaseran, trying to answer quickly here. Fresnedi, too strong for that one. Noceda and Fresnedi and Plana, back-to-back hits for Dave Plana as he keeps on bulldozing his way in the interior. Alan Poe dancing around his opponent, Villaseran. This is the marquee matchup between Villaseran and Alan Poe. Garcia almost losing the handle there for Jun Holgado. Jun Holgado fresh off the bench. Our score is 11-10. The Lakers, can they increase the lead here? Geronimo, they decide to use the half-court set, navigating. Bumps Billones, and Bumps Billones all day to shoot. No fear for Bumps Billones as he extends the lead to 14-10 with 1 minute and 58. Wide open. Well, that is his range. No, Billones is a high percentage shooter. Let's see if they can answer right back. And he clobbers the board. Billones controlling the tempo here with 1 minute and 40. Well, you gotta extend that defense against Billones. Now, Villaseran can attack the lane, and foul downstairs will be called on Fresnedi. Lakers will retain possession. Remember, this is running time until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Billones. And foul again will be called. Baseline throw, Plana. 58 seconds left. Remember, this is running time. As quick passing here, Alan Poe. Transition offense, and Geronimo will be called for the foul. Well, that was a duty foul for Geronimo. Who was foul, ref? Oh, that would be on Geronimo. That's his first personal foul, I believe. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. 2-for-1. Noceda. 1-on-1. Holgado against Billones. Finds a way to escape. And Billones will be called against Bumps Billones. Well, they need to put up a shot quickly here because time is not on their side. Finds the open Noceda, and Noceda with the dime from Alan Poe. As Alan Poe attracted the defense right there, and he finds Noceda recognizing as Villaseran throws a wild shot to end the first half. Our score, West Hills Lakers 14 and Sherman Oaks Wolves 12. We'll be right back for the second quarter. It is a beautiful Thursday evening here in Southern California, Los Angeles, Canoga Park. As you are watching Pinoy Ballers SFV, we represent. This is the All Valley Cup, West Hills Lakers versus Sherman Oaks Wolves. I'm your host, the one and only Ludwig Van Magic Man. You know who I am. As we start the second quarter, the Lakers making a comeback behind Villaseran and Bumps Billones, but for the West Hills Lakers, they were led by Alan Poe, as we are now tied at 14. Yes, they were led by Alan Poe, and most of the scoring is coming from him. Well, for the Sherman Oaks Wolves, they need to rely heavily on Alan Poe. However, they need to get involved also, no? Because if they rely only on Alan Poe and the others don't contribute, well, that would depend on the fatigue factor, as the turnover committed here by the Lakers as Lacre throwing it outside. Big Dolly using his speed and quickness. Corner three wide open for Noceda as he was able to make that basket to end the first quarter. Baseline. Sanchez left wide open for Sanchez. Pulls the trigger and it hits all board. Big Dolly with a fade away. And here comes the Lakers, who will try to get the driver's seat. However, Sanchez is there for the defensive stop. Sanchez doing a great job on the defensive end. Big Dolly, almost a steal from Lacre. Reverse, and that is the favorite move of Paulo Garcia. As Garcia, quick, swift move from Paulo Garcia with that reverse. 16-14. Well, that is what we are talking about. Now, Alan Poe needs his supporting cast to step up. We have Paulo Garcia, we have Noceda, who is joining the scoring here. Let's see what will happen. Lacre. On the other end for Lacre, corner pocket three, as the Lakers again grab the lead, 17-16. Alcances sees three guys on him. They decide to slow the pace down. Sanchez. Garcia. Sanchez will be fouled as he makes his move. Again, that would be on Geronimo. Geronimo, that's his second personal foul. Well, he needs to watch out for his fouls because, of course, he needs to battle against against the bigger Paulo Garcia in the paint and Big Dolly. Alcances stops and pops. Corner. They go at the post. Big Dolly. Garcia. Quick passing. Alcances using his left hand jumper as Tim Alcances drains it from mid-range. Well, Alcances finds himself wide open and he was able to capitalize. The defense failing to quickly react on that one as he misses for Villaseran. Garcia. The defense quickly reacting this time. Sanchez with a sidestep. And Sanchez misses. However, that was a great move. However, unable to complete the play with 6 minutes and 34 remaining here in the second half. Villan is being picked up high here. It hits all board. Big Dolly wide open. Noceda offline. Big Dolly, a chance for them. Noceda spots up this time. Noceda book it for Noel Noceda. And now the Wolves with a 3-point lead. Long two for Noceda with 5 minutes and 57 remaining here. Pump fake. Billion is trying to create some space, uses the screen, challenges the defense as he goes strong to the basket. However, it hits all board. Transition, Alcances almost losing it, and he does lose it. And substitution, Alan Poe is back for the Wolves together with Fresnedi. Well, that was a well-deserved rest for Alan Poe. Let's see if he can continue his dominance here in terms of scoring for Alan Poe. 5 minutes and 18. Villaseran sees an opening. However, Alan Poe, active hands. Alan Poe, 2-on-1 situation as Holgado. Quick release for June Holgado. Well, that was a great two-man play. And another assist here from Alan Poe. Well, that was a good play because Alan Poe needs to reserve that energy come second half because that's what always happens here for Alan Poe. Now, he starts strong in the first half. However, in the second half, there's no fuel left in the tank. Big Dolly all the way to the hole as Alan Big Dolly pushes the tempo and goes all the way for that layup. The Wolves extending that lead 24-17. 7-point lead here. The Lakers again. Can they cut off? Can they win their first game here? And finally, for
That was 3, right?
Jacko. finally ending the scoring drought here, 24 to 20.
Who's ball, rep?
Foul on Jaco.
4 and 3, right?
Anong first name ni Jaco?
Abdin. Abdin.
Abdin Jaco?
Oh, no, sorry, Jaco. Brian.
Brian.
Ryan Jaco Salem.
Yeah. Kala ko si Abdin. Sorry.
Sanchez on the line. This is the best time for us to invite our viewers. Hopefully you're watching all around the world, no? Here, Pinoy Ballers, SFV on YouTube. Please make sure to follow, subscribe our YouTube page so that you can catch more basketball here in Los Angeles. Mostly Filipinos. We represent as Sanchez splits his charities. 1 out of 2, 25 to 20. Well, for the Lakers, they need some sense of urgency here. They go to Plana. Plana works his way. Lacre, corner 3. This time in and out as it rattles. Big Dolly here. Pedal on the metal. Alan Poe. Baseline. Hits all board. Toledo. Outlet. Plana. With the pump fake. With the flyby as Plana gets him off the air. That was a good timing play there for Plana. Amazing move for Dave Plana as he cuts down the lead to 3. Sherman Oaks Wolves starting to slow down here in the second quarter, but the Lakers trying to make a run here. Big Dolly on the line again.
First season this time.
Who's ball?
Big Dolly makes the first basket.
Jaco, 4 foul.
Big Dolly.
Different season this time.
And he makes the basket again for Big Dolly.
Not to
A
5
5-point lead being enjoyed here by the Sherman Oaks Wolves. Plana. Ooh, blocked by Big Dolly. Message not sent there. Another chance for them, however, as they recover. Toledo will reset their play. They give it at the corner. Lacre. They swing it around. Wide open for Brian Jacosalem. Too strong this time. And Big Dolly skying high for that board as he collects another board. Holgado. Alan Poe, the defense quickly ganging up on him. As Sanchez, two-man game between Alan Poe and Sanchez. Basti Sanchez with the assist passed again from Alan Poe. Again, Big Dolly lording over the paint with 1 minute and 17. Doing a great job there is Abdin Big Dolly. Noceda with 4 points. Well, again, now for Alan Poe, he has 3 assists already here. Plana in the paint, and Plana bullying his way inside, challenging Big Dolly there. And he will try to make an end one play here for Dave Plana. Well, it's going to be unstoppable if Plana gets it going in the paint. He's a brute force down there. He misses his charities, however. Alan Poe, they don't have numbers. Noceda thought about it. Sanchez, wide open for Fresnedi. On the run, Toledo to Lacre, and Big Dolly standing tall on the defensive end as they convert for Alan Poe. Wolves 31, Lakers 24. As Alan Poe continues his scoring, but at the same time, he's been giving out those assists passed to his teammates, and carrying all the load here in the second quarter is Dave Plana, who has been muscling his way inside the box, and he will be given free throws here. And let's see if he can make those free throws. Is going to be 2 points.
Pumasok ba?
No, he didn't make the basket. And one more for Dave Plana. And Dave Plana splits the free throws at the end of the second quarter. It's the Wolves 31, the Lakers 25. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the continuing coverage of your Pinoy Ballers SFV live on YouTube. So make sure to follow, subscribe for more basketball actions as we start the third quarter. What has happened there in the first half? Well, in the first half, Alan Poe was unstoppable as he provides the scoring and the assists for Alan Poe.
That was 3
But
or 2.
the Lakers trying to make a comeback here as Toledo makes the first basket here in the third quarter, cutting the lead down to 31-28. And on the other side, the Lakers behind Plana's inside presence was their scoring options. Let's see if who will prevail here. Villaseran holding on to that leather.
Isa pa, yun oh.
He's strategizing here. Finds Billones. The pass was too strong as the defense from Sebastian Sanchez cutting that play. Good denial there for Basti Sanchez. Sanchez at the middle looking at a 2-3 zone. Big Dolly, who made his presence felt in the interior. Sanchez all day to shoot. It bounces off and they tap it back. Garcia with a tap. Sanchez sees no opening. Garcia on the move. Garcia blocked by Geronimo and jump hook. Alan Poe misses that point blank shot. Toledo sees no numbers, decides to take it slow, uses the tempo. Villaseran goes baseline for Villaseran, challenging 3 defenders, and Big Dole again. That's 2 blocks already for Abdin. Big Dole stopping that play against Dave Plana. Villaseran one-on-one against Alan Poe with a fadeaway. And Alan Poe doing a great job there, challenging, and Sanchez unable to catch it. Well, Alan Poe doing everything here on both ends of the floor. From the offensive end to the defensive end, Alan Poe making his presence felt here. Toledo looking at his options. Finds Plana. Plana against Big Dolly. The inside matchup between Big Dolly and Plana. Crossover. Can't shake off his defender. Decides to take it for Alan Poe. And Alan Poe continues his scoring as he continues to punish the defense here. Alan Poe. Second half action. They go at the post. Plana gets hacked.
Who's foul? 20.
Our score 33-28. The Wolves behind Alan Poe, who has been unstoppable here. Well, he is like a freight train, no? Difficult to stop. However, you can double team him. What can you do against Alan Poe? No? Probably slow him down, double team, make sure that he doesn't receive that ball. But it's easier said than done. That for the Lakers, they need to do something against Alan Poe. Wide open, JR Toledo. We know that he can hit that as JR Toledo knocks it down from the corner pocket, cutting the lead down to 2, 33-31. They're trying to make this a ball game. Alan Poe this time, he answers right back. Alan Poe, corner pocket 3, extending the lead to 5. They still have no answers against Alan Poe here.
Shoot that.
Again, this has been a shootout as he misses for Jerusalem. Another chance for him with a quick turnaround shot. Alan Poe at the middle, slicing the defense, and it will go to the other side as it hits his knees. Toledo, a chance for them to close the gap. Toledo at the post, and Sanchez will be called for the foul. They're still not yet in the penalty here. Well, that was a good foul for Sanchez. Mismatch against Plana in the paint. Well, 2 big guys here. Geronimo kicks it out to Billones. Villaseran has been quiet here in this game. Well, usually he would be their go-to guy, no? But this time he has been offline. Underneath the paint. Wide open again for Noceda. Hits front rim. A chance for the Lakers to trim down this lead. Jacko, corner, thought about it. He sees an opening and Villa Villaseran attacking the lane relentlessly there, cutting the lead to 3. 36 to 33. Big Dolly sees an opening. All board. Way off the mark for Big Dolly. Bumps Billones against 2 defenders. And Billones with the end one. That was just fantastic move from Billones. And he will try to tie this ball game up. Well, that was a quick turnaround here, no, for the Lakers behind Bumps Billones and JR Toledo, who has been scoring in bunches here, trading punches. Let's see if they can tie this game with 4 minutes and 15 left here in the second half. As we mentioned, no, West Hills Lakers looking for their first win here. Well, actually, no, for Sherman Oaks also. And another chance for them. Well, this is going to be a tall lineup here for the Lakers as they have Dave Lana and Geronimo. But that was anticipated. Alan Poe, one-on-one against Geronimo. And Geronimo duty foul. Then that would be his 3rd personal foul for Michael Geronimo. 2 more fouls before he graduate in this game. Well, he would be needed, especially against Big Dolly and Garcia, who has been ganging up the rebounding department. Holgado, Noceda open for that jumper, and Paulo Garcia with the offensive board. Holgado from the corner, and Alan Poe, the second chance points, continues here for the Wolves. As for the Lakers, they weren't able to tie the ball game. Billones will try to hit it, launches it, and lights it up from long distance as Billones ties the ball game up at 38, leading his team. We are tied, deadlock at 38 with 2 minutes and 43. Pulls the trigger. It doesn't crawl in. Dave Plana collecting that board. Billones. Again, will he try to hit it? And Billones back-to-back hits from long distance as now the Lakers grab the lead 41 to 38 against the Wolves. Lakers in the driver's seat now, 41 to 38 with 2 minutes and 16. Garcia kicks it out. And he got the shooter's bounce for the Lakers for Fresnedi. We are tied at 41. This is going to be an exciting ball game. Let's see. As the Lakers not giving up here despite being down by as much as 7. Plana against Garcia. Body-to-body contact there. Well, that's going to be physical in the paint with Plana and Garcia with the reverse. And Alan Poe misses. He gets the steal though. Alan Poe. It bounces off as they battle. Animosity down the floor, and it will go to the Lakers, and this is a chance for them to get a slice of that lead. Toledo sees himself wide open, and Toledo will capitalize as he goes strong to the basket. 43 to 41. The Lakers again in control here with 1 minute and 8 remaining here in the third quarter. Corner. Well, that was good recognition from Toledo a while ago. No, he sees himself wide open. He decided to attack. Corner. Pump fake. Holgado launches too strong for June Holgado. Remember, this is running time. Time will keep on running. Baseball pass. Toledo reverse and Garcia. Too late for that foul, but still unable to make that basket. But Toledo will go to the line to earn those points. Let's see if he can make it a 4-point lead with 27 seconds left here. Again, for our viewers, make sure to follow our YouTube page. SoCal. We are live here in SoCal, of course, but this is the Pinoy Ballers SFV live on YouTube on this beautiful Sunday evening here in Canoga Park as Toledo misses his first free throw. This time he misses both. And at the end of the third quarter, it's the Lakers regaining the lead 43 to 41 against the Wolves. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter here in your Pinoy Ballers SFV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the action. You are watching Pinoy Ballers SFV on YouTube. The matchup is the Sherman Oaks Wolves versus the West Hills Lakers. West Hills Lakers making a run behind Bumps Billones, behind that back-to-back three-point shots, and with JR Toledo joining the fray here as we start the fourth quarter. The Wolves slowing down here. Alan Poe not making enough baskets for his team. Let's see what will happen here in the fourth and final quarter as he's serving the floor for Villaseran. Lacre against Fresnedi. Alcances defending Villaseran. Big Dolly as he was able to cut the play. However, the pass was too strong. Fresnedi unable to catch it. A chance for the Lakers to extend the lead with 8 minutes and 50 opening minutes of the fourth quarter. Villaseran, he has been quiet here. However, the scoring has been taken off by Billones and Toledo as foul will be called on Sanchez. Sanchez, that's his second personal foul for Basti Sanchez. Villaseran lurking around. High-low, Billones creating some space. However, Sanchez doing a great job on the defensive end as he was able to deny it. Sanchez coast to coast. However, he will earn it on the line for Basti Sanchez. Or that would be a baseline throw as they are not yet in the penalty. Alcances Tim looking for his options. Fresnedi one-on-one against Villaseran, gauging his defender. They go at the post. Alan Poe against Billones, too strong this time as Billones absorbing that board. He will try to cross that timeline, able to do so. Jerusalem, and again, no active hands from Sanchez. Sanchez, his defensive presence, hounding off the Wolves here. Big Dolly, or rather hounding off the Lakers. If you're wondering, Sherman Oaks Wolves wearing the white jersey and West Hills Lakers wearing black. Big Dolly on the line and he will shoot too. Again, a reminders for our viewers, make sure to follow our YouTube page, Pinoy Ballers SFV, for more basketball games as we continue this All Valley Cup. Big Dolly on the line and will shoot one more time, and he does. For Abdin Bigdoli. We are tied at 43. Villaseran directing traffic, exploring his options, stops, and drop pass to Plana. And that was a spectacular move from Villaseran to Plana. Two-man game. Momentarily wide open as Abdin Bigdoli quickly answering back as he pulls the trigger, lighting it up. Was that a 3 or 2? That was a 3 from Abdin Bigdoli. As now the Wolves in command by the slimmest of the margins, 46 to 45. And Lacre with the runner, 47 to 46. Bigdoli will try to set the half court. Sanchez decides to take it. And Sanchez hoisting it up as he banks it in for long distance from way downtown. Basti Sanchez. The flyby. Villaseran attacking, kicks it out. Lacre bounces off, but Plana on the post decides to give it to Villaseran, and Alcances will be called for the foul. Substitution. Fresnedi will be resting here.
7 foul na nila yun. So, any kind, it's gonna be 1-on-1 palagi.
It's 1-on-1 for Villaseran. Villaseran, can he get his scoring going here? He was the leading scorer in their previous game for the Lakers, but this time he has been quiet here as the Wolves have a 1-point lead. Geronimo checks back in. Geronimo with 3 fouls under his belt, but this is going to be a big lineup here, but the rebounding continues for the Wolves as Bigdoli. High post. Alan Poe, baseline. He has been scoreless here in the second half, or in the fourth quarter for Alan Poe, who started strong here. However, in the second half, he has been missing. However, he has been giving some assists here, but in terms of his scoring, he has been quiet. Villaseran, too strong. It's Bigdoli with the rebound. Alcances stops and pops using his lefty jumper. Geronimo being harassed here. Anticipated again by Sanchez. Sanchez on the defensive end. He has been a nightmare so far for the Lakers as he keeps on harassing and providing that suffocating defense for Sanchez. Toledo. They go at the post. Plana. Geronimo. Top of the key. And they will decide to slow things down here as the Wolves with a 1-point lead. Villaseran against Alcances. Goes hard to the basket. Bounces off. Bigdoli slowing the tempo. And Bigdoli knocks it down. And now it's a 4-point lead for Sherman Oaks Wolves, 52 to 48 against the West Hills Lakers. Bigdoli being monumental here in the fourth quarter. Plana makes his move. Geronimo was surprised with the pass. Billones against the double team. Still making that basket for Billones, who calmly sinks it in. 52 to 50 with 2 minutes and 30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Down the wire. Bigdoli against Villaseran. Kicks it out. Alan Poe left wide open, and finally a 3-point basket for Alan Poe from the parking lot. 55 to 50 as we go to the twilight zone, the last 2 minutes of this ball game. Plana, Villaseran, 5-point game here. Billones with a spin move. This time it was too strong. Alcances, transition fast break. Alan Poe This time it bounces off. Villaseran. Run and gun offense. Oof! As he goes down hard on the floor. Alan Poe will try to attack as Alcances creating some space. Will that be accounted? As Alcances with a smart move against Geronimo. Well, he recognized the height advantage, no? So what he did was he created some space using his behind. 57 to 50 with 1 minute and 10. Let's see if he can complete the 3-point play. As Sherman Oaks Wolves. Time is not on the side here for the Lakers. Billones with a hand on his face and way off the mark for Bumps Billones as he decides to
Sorry, kala ko yung touchscreen eh.
and
Ano ba pare, pabalik.
well, that should be 50 seconds left.
Kala ko touchscreen pare. Ginagan. Rep! How many seconds?
50. I think it's 50. It's so some technical difficulties here. Let's see what will happen here. 50 seconds left here as Big Dolly goes to the line. Well, this is a chance for Big Dolly to shut down any hopes for the Lakers. With a 7-point lead with 50 seconds left. Well, this is still possible, no? If we're talking about mathematical calculations, this is still possible as however, Big Dolly extends that lead to 8, 58 to 50. Abdin Big Dolly, who was scoring both ends of the floor from the 3-point range and also in the paint. Billones. He sees the double team and foul will be called against Abdin Big Dolly. And they need to have a quick shot here for the Lakers. Shout out to Jano Santos, no? Shout out, idol Jano. Baseline, Villaseran. Toledo. Can he cut down the lead? Villaseran, sense of urgency. And still offline for Villaseran, who has not been a factor here for his team. As it bounces off for Sanchez. Well, Sanchez on the defensive end has been a great contributor here for the Sherman Oaks Wolves. Plana makes that basket, making it a 6-point game. They need to foul if they want to make a run. And that's the end of the ball game. Sherman Oaks Wolves with a 6-point victory, 58 to 52 against the Lakers. That was a total team effort here for the Wolves, as Big Dolly and Sanchez on the defensive end, while they were led heavily by Alan Poe in terms of scoring. As for the Lakers, this is their second straight loss, so they need to talk things over and go back to the drawing board as the Wolves wrap up this victory. This has been Ludwig Van Magic Man. Stay tuned for our second game. This is just the first game of our 2-game headliner. We'll be right back for the next game.